Hi guys, it's Ryan here with Sigma Survival, and today's video is about improvised CBRN suits. Stay tuned.
Okay guys, so eye protection in the form of goggles and face mask on first. This is basically just sort of like mimicking what medical professionals use during the pandemic as much as possible, at least at the start of the COVID pandemic. A gas mask would absolutely be much better, or a better type of mask would be better as well, with more protection. But I'm basically just putting waterproof over trousers, Wellington boots and a waterproof jacket on. Notice that I'm wearing workout gear on the underneath. I'm wearing breathable t-shirt and shorts. This is because I want to cool my body as much as possible. I don't want to wear loads of layers. It gets super hot in this suit, just bear that in mind. I've got strips of duct tape pre-torn ready to go, and they're basically just covering where the trousers meet the boots, and other areas like that, like where the jacket meets the trousers around the waist and where my rubber gloves will meet my wrists. It's important to pre-do this because you want to, I didn't have enough on this one particular strip, so I just did a bit extra duct tape, but you want to pre-tear these strips and make sure that they're large enough, basically, because you don't want to spend too much time in this suit because it gets real hot. One thing that you can do to mitigate that is to wear ice packs inside the suit. So put disposable ice packs or anything that's really cold on the inside, because you don't want to be going down with heat stroke. It's a common theme with CBRN protective equipment is to go down with heat stroke, so just bear that in mind. Now I'm just putting on some typical cleaning gloves. These are super cheap. I recommend everybody have these, not just for CBRN but for first aid as well, because you can reuse them. For prolonged medical care in the field, these gloves are awesome. Notice that I'm duct taping those as well, just to ensure that I'm getting a full protective seal, airtight and watertight, and the duct tape works great for that. Now, one thing I will say is that a gas mask would be better, but we're going to go through what the options are for biological threats in particular are first. If it was an airborne threat that's super infectious, I would probably just go with a gas mask and not bother with these disposable surgical masks. So now I'm going to put a kitchen apron on. This sounds stupid, and probably looks stupid, but this is adding another layer of protection. So if I'm dealing with multiple patients, I can now have the ability to take this off. I can even wear disposable gloves over the top of the yellow gloves, and it's going to add a whole lot more protection to the people that I'm treating. This is just a face shield, as you can see, and this would just go over the top. Now, this is going to provide a lot of protection against a lot of biological hazards. And now if I take a poncho out, I can essentially add another level of protection in the form of a hood. So this works great. It really does. Just add the face shield back over the top. And then you just want to tuck the hood into the face shield. And now that is pretty much a good level of protection. I can now take the poncho off after dealing with patient number one. I can then wipe the apron down and, remove some disposable gloves from over the top of the yellow gloves, and wipe things down with alcohol wipes if I've got them, or even wash the waterproofs down with soapy water, and then move on to the next patient. And I can just remove those layers and remove the contamination. Anyway, here I'm putting on a gas mask. This is fitted to my head specifically. and I'll just put the poncho over the top. You don't have to have the apron on now necessarily, although it is still extra protection. But yeah, you put the hood over the top, and this is pretty much going to protect you against most splashes of different things, most airborne particles. You know, contaminants are not going to get onto your clothing very easily. Is it as good as a military NBC suit? No, it's not. But is it something that everybody can put together in a quick fashion? Yes, it is. So I highly recommend having duct tape, cleaning gloves, wellies, and waterproofs. A gas mask is the most important thing in this whole kit, by the way, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, in a pinch, guys, you know, most of us have waterproof gear. Most of us have cleaning gloves. Most of us hopefully have wellies, and if you don't have it, oh yeah, and also most of us have duct tape, but if you don't have it, guys, get yourself a gas mask and get some spare filters. This is the most important piece of kit for CBRN survival. Anyway, as you can see, you know, there's different levels of protection here. So that's the biological one again, and this is a full CBRN protection that I've devised. This is great because this means that I do have another video on my NBC or CBRN grab bag. I have a full military NBC suit with another gas mask. That can be used by my partner or myself, and then the other person can use this as a tertiary or secondary measure. It's going to keep us a hell of a lot safer. The only thing is that you have to bear in mind with both this and the military suit is heat stroke. You've got to be careful about getting heat stroke, guys. But yeah, as you can see, I've got to keep that respirator filter clear because otherwise I won't be able to breathe. So make sure the hood is clear. And here, as you can see, I'm just adding extra duct tape. If you are really concerned about contamination of the frets, it doesn't hurt to add more duct tape. So yeah, as you can see around the waistline again, just reiterating just how much, you know, it doesn't hurt to just keep applying this stuff and making it as watertight and as airtight as possible. You do not want the contaminants or the CBRN agents getting through to your clothing and your skin.